Andrews-Tupper from the Historical Association of Annapolis Royal.
And Alan Lawson from the Explorer Guide.
We're here in Belleisle at the Belleisle Hall. It's just outside of Annapolis Royal.
That's right.
And there's some exciting things that are going on here over the next little bit with this hall.
Yeah. Because I might tell you, Tam, that this is one of the larger old Acadian areas of Belleisle, because the Acadian area was from Port-Royal to Paradise, like Paradis Terrestre on the old maps. And so what's now Goat Island, my family, the Melancons, were up there. The Paradise was heaven on earth. And this whole river basin, and actually I see the river right behind me here, to my right. This is the Acadian community of Port Royal. Now this was the Belleisle, there was the St. Lawrence Parish Church here, so it was a very important part of this whole Acadian area. And we're lucky to have an Acadian here today, who's a descendant of the Thibodeaux, who are out there on Prairie-Ronde on the other side of the river. Charlie and Jennifer.
Yeah, come on in, Charlie
and Jennifer. You can maybe share with us
what
the plans are, what you're doing here.
So this hall was built back in the 1890s.
Yeah.
And it was built on land that was diked and cleared and cultivated for the Acadians that lived here back in the 1600s. There was what, some 20 families?
At least. There was probably 30, maybe more.
Okay.
Some say 40. I've read 40. You read different things. A lot of Acadians worked here. This is a nice piece of land here, this farmland down by the river, down behind this hall. And this hall it's the Savoy family that owned this hall. And it's very important to them. And they're in my genealogy, Savoy. And my grandmother was Thériault, and she lived about a half a mile down the road, so I can sort of picture those Acadians walking by here.
Mm-hmm.
You know, they walked on this soil. It's important to Acadians right here,
mm-hmm.
and it's just a feeling, and that's why we're attracted to here, because it's part of me and Acadian.
Yeah. Now, back in 2004, they had turned this into a cultural center for the Acadians, and a history spot for people to come.
See, it was the CMA then, the 2004, and they gathered here a little bit. And it was just not only Savoy, a lot of people come here just to connect and
mm-hmm.
stuff. And I mean, the CMA is coming back in 2024, and we want to have this place looking good.
So what are your plans for this hall? Because you're now kind of taking over with some renovations, because over time it's fallen into a little bit of disrepair, needs a little bit of work. So what are your plans for this hall?
Well, we want to make it into a community place with an Acadian theme. It's going to take us a while because we don't have money, but I can do carpentry work, and Jennifer and I work together, and we'll do what we can. The roof is a big issue, so I don't know.
We have to raise some funds to be able to fix the roof,
but
the windows.
We want the community and everybody to be together here.
Jennifer, what's your idea? What do you envision this hall being like when it's all up and running? What kind of events and functions do you hope to have here?
Well, I'm hoping that we've already got people interested in possibly having a reunion here for the next CMA.
Nice.
And so I think of family reunions or parties, musical events. We've got some ideas that I think are very doable.
Right.
Yeah, we're excited.
And you're both very musical.
Yes, and we've had people contacting us already. We've even had an opera singer from Washington State, and his name is Kamau, and he sings in Germany. And this guy is supposed to be good, and
he wants to come here.
At least a couple songs, because he's Acadian, right? And
that is wonderful.
He wants to move here too.
Yeah, he's looking for a place.
The Acadian ancestry and the roots are very strong here. Very strong. I mean, way back the 1600s when they first came. Yeah. So it's wonderful that you're breathing new life back into this hall again.
Yeah, we feel that way. It's worth it. I mean, the roof is important. It's got a good foundation. The roof is important because structurally, this thing is built good. This thing is a nice
It was
building.
built back in the 1890s.
It's built really good and it's still good. The only
bones are
thing
there.
is a few things, the windows and
It needs a little TLC inside, but we want to keep it looking this way. Maybe some paint, but
the
it's
sound is awesome in
beautiful.
here. Their sound is really
I
good.
look forward to your first concert here.
Well, I'm the first in my family that can't speak French. My dad is French,
Right.
so we're doing this. This is my part and Jennifer's.
That's wonderful.
I'll never be able to speak French, but
A little.
I'm Acadian. It's there.
It's
my
in your
heart.
roots. It's in your heart. Yeah. Very good. Well, thank you so much.
I might just come in and I'll get beside you here, Tammy, but you know, I really think I've just been here for a few minutes, but I can already smell a roppy pie cooking in the oven there.
Because there
I
is
can
a
already
functioning
smell the
kitchen.
frijoles and the stews going on here, and the people
Yeah.
sitting here
Yeah.
overlooking the ancestral lands
That's
and
what- that's
sharing
what-
community,
Exactly.
belongings, and
That's
links.
what it's about.
And
Exactly.
everybody has something they can contribute,
Yeah.
even if it's attending an event.
Yes.
You can't. You guys are musicians. If you
Yeah.
play to nobody,
Yeah.
it gets boring after a while. You know.
Maybe it's just a cup of coffee.
Yeah, that's right. And talk,
Yes.
and have a link
You know,
with things. So
Is is there anything that the community can do or people that it can do to help you out with this project?
Well, we've had a couple of people offer, like we had a guy come and he says, just call me, ask me, and different ones has said that.
Yes, people are starting
And,
to say things like that. We
Well,
are.
this is just starting, so it'll develop into something good.
This is the very early stages of it because you still have some things that need to clear out.
Yeah,
And,
this
but,
place
yeah.
is not about money.
Mhm.
It's not about making money. It's about people,
The heart. Yeah.
the old ones, the new ones.
We want
everybody.
people to be able to come and stand on the land where their ancestors were.
And
And
even
be
if
able to
their
gather
ancestor
here.
didn't live here, it doesn't matter.
Mhm.
Everybody.
yeah.
So do you have a date in mind or some kind of date that you hope to be open or functioning?
Well-
Even if it's not completely finished, but
We're going to try to get the front fixed because you can see a hole over top of the door.
Right,
like
make it
and
sound.
it's leaked there. We can fix that ourselves. But we're going to be open soon.
very
You know,
good.
I don't know. You know, I don't know what
Maybe
to say.
for in August for National Acadian Day, we could have some kind of an event.
I
even
mean,
if-
in the summertime, it doesn't
even if
have
it
to
was
be. I
outside.
mean, the windows are old here,
Mhm.
and in the summer, you don't have to have heat and stuff.
Yeah.
Maybe how good does it have to be to start?
That's a good idea, actually. There was a parish Saint Laurent not far from here.
Yeah.
There's some sort of ceremony right in
Yes.
this building. Could be a gathering space.
Yes.
Because the people are looking for touchstones.
And don't forget about the natives too, because this is their land. This is their land.
And they helped hide a lot of Acadians
Yeah,
the
Acadians
when the
in the meantime,
deportation happened.
Probably like Alan, I've been told that all my life. If it wasn't for them,
Yeah.
You wouldn't have
we wouldn't
survived.
be here.
Yeah. So there was a good relationship there.
Yeah. And we all got that in our blood.
Yeah.
Very good.
Acadians.
Well, I'm excited to see what's going to happen with this hall. I'm excited to see the life that's going to be breathed back into it.
Yeah.
And that it's going to be a local spot for a lot of people to come and to
Yeah.
celebrate with
Well,
music and laughter.
Thank you guys for
I
coming.
want to show one last thing
appreciate
here. Because we talked about touchstones. This is a cross that Charlie's made.
Jennifer.
And Jennifer made
Yeah,
together
yeah.
here. And this is, they get wood from various Acadian sites. And wood that, and they ask the landowners, but if there's wood that is falling over, they can get a branch without rooting a tree. Usually it's dead wood,
Fallen
and
trees.
they make crosses from the ancestral sites. So
That
this
is
is from
wonderful.
the no-nonsense
We
site.
have sent
Now-
them all over the world.
Yeah.
Now you have a Facebook page, so if anyone wants to contact you, the
Acadian,
Acadian Peasant.
But the more I learn about that name, the Acadian peasant, they weren't really peasants. They were craftsmen.
Yeah.
They were. They
they
weren't.
did things with
they
the land
weren't-
that others didn't know how.
I'm the peasant.
Yeah, we were self-sufficient, independent,
Oh.
and lived a pretty good life in that sense. We
Oh,
traded
yes.
excess for what we couldn't find ourselves here, any of our goods, but we traded with other people. But we probably in long term, I tell almost had better than people have today because there wasn't the stress of everyday life.
Yeah.
Today it's an instantaneous society. Back then you could talk to your neighbor. And
yeah,
if you talked for 3 hours on the dike, it wasn't the end of the world.
No, no.
It was actually a good thing.
That's
Good
right.
thing.
We might not be working on dikes anymore, but this hall will be a meeting place, you know.
I hope so.
So this will be a wonderful addition to the community and to the Acadian community,
Yes.
you know.
And for people to find out about it.
Yeah.
Wow,
Exactly.
everybody's
And
welcome.
there's also the Facebook page, the Belleisle Community.
How's it
It's
called?
the
It's new.
Belleisle Hall Cultural Center.
The
Belleisle
Belleisle Hall
Hall
Cultural
Cultural
Center.
Center.
So you can find
Yes,
updates on there. I'm sure you'll be posting photos
Oh,
of
yeah.
different work that you do
Yes,
here in the hall. So we'll
definitely.
be looking forward to seeing those updates. So
So
thank
wow,
you so much.
we're looking forward to Charlie's first French song and opera here. Wow.
Well,
What a
I'll
thing to look
try.
forward to. Yeah.
But
It's a
another
Rocky
thing,
pie.
another thing I wanted to say beside the Rocky Pie,
Yeah.
if someone has something Acadian that they could, that
Tributes.
maybe they're downsizing, whatever.
Mm-hmm.
If it's Canadian or Acadian, whatever,
Origins.
it would be a good place, and we'll put your name on it or whatever.
Wonderful. So they can contact
Yes.
you through the Acadian Peasant or through the Belleisle
Yes.
Yeah,
Community Hall
yeah.
Cultural Center.
Thank you, guys.
Okay, thank you so much for coming.
Alan
Thank you.
Melanson for Explorer Guy.
And Tammy Andrews-Tupper from the Historical Association of Annapolis Royal.